I started my business in March 2008. I loved the product and wanted to get the cookware. At the end of the show, my consultant, Cindy Laser, said to me, "You'd be really good at this, why don't you give it a try?" At the time, I was a stay-at-home mom and really didn't have the extra money to try something out. But my husband was and has always been so supportive, and we made it work. I wanted to be able to make some extra income and someday maybe build a team. I always tell people Cindy made me do it. And Cindy, I'm glad you did. Every January when they announced the trip incentive, I wanted to earn a trip, but I never did. I held my shows, earned an income, earned the consultant promotions, and one year I even earned level 1 for a free national conference, but never that trip. In October 2010, I started working outside of the house about 35 hours a week. I had to learn to juggle working a full-time job along with my Pampered Chef business. During 2011, I averaged about 2 shows a month because my son was graduating from high school, and I wanted to be there for him. Didn't want to miss a game, an awards, a ceremony, or just spending time with him. I loved the flexibility, and guess what? That was okay. In 2012, when the Taste of Travel trip to Nashville was announced, I decided I would love to take my husband on a trip. I started to build my show schedule, and I also started to focus on building my team to earn a trip. With the ups and downs of my business, on July 1st, I was 20,000 points away from earning the trip, and I was determined it wasn't going to be another year to not earning a trip. When the Pampered Chef announced it was double points month, I wondered if I could do it. I needed 20,000 points. That's 10,000 in sales. Cindy Laser, who's become my mentor and friend, said to me, "You know you can do this." Yeah, right. That's what I told her. Was my first thought. But I went into it with an open mind, and I figured, why not give it a try? So with a lot of praying, and believe me, a lot of praying, and believing with God all things are possible, finally having the belief in myself, I did it. I bet you're wondering how I did it. Well, here's what I did. At the time, I was holding 3 to 4 shows a month, and my sales were about $1,500 to $2,000 a month. My highest sales ever was $4,000 for a month. At my first show, which was July the 2nd, I played the dice game and got 6 bookings. They were all for July. I printed out the guitar incentive chart, and after I submitted each show, I would color a little bit more in. And I picked all bright colors, so my guitar is all bright. I submitted 11 shows in July. I ended up having 6 $1,000 shows. My sales for the month were $9,176. I promoted to team leader, attended fall launch, and I earned 4,000 points. I did it. I finally earned my trip. My husband and I went on an amazing trip courtesy of the Pampered Chef. Well, I wasn't stopping there. I planned it out and finished my year off with sales and the growth points needed to earn my second trip. We're going to Vegas in March. And I'm also very close to promoting to a director. Looking back over my stats for the year, I held 42 shows, had over $31,000 in sales, brought in 5 wonderful ladies to my team, and reached $100,000 in sales. The most amazing thing is I quadrupled my income. I have a great team, and I thank them for all the support. One lesson I learned is you have to believe in yourself. You can have all the support from your family, from your friends, from your Pampered Chef family, from anybody. But if you don't have that belief in you, it's not going to happen. I can finally say, I believe in myself. And my very first conference I went to, Cindy gave us these believe pins. And I would keep it, and I would wear it on my apron. But I finally wear it all the time. And I pulled it out, I couldn't find it this morning, and I was panicking because I knew it was in my jewelry box somewhere. So I pulled it out. but the belief is what you need. You have to believe in yourself. I've had success in the Pampered Chef business, and I tell everybody this: if I can do it, so can you. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if any of you heard her mention something like a dice game. Anybody hear that? Mm-hmm. And I bet some of you were sitting there going, what the heck is a dice game? Well, I know that there's newer people in here, so I wonder if you could just give us a quick overview of that dice game, that they could just take some notes right now, and then that'll help them when they go out to get their 6 shows.
This is not something that I invented, so you know, you could applaud me, but I didn't do it. I stole it from somebody. Pretty much what I do is you have 12 envelopes, no, 11. Because obviously you can't have one. Yeah, you have envelopes. And you number them 2 to 12. And on the inside you put a label, and it says either win a prize, book a show, or win a grand prize. And what I do is, at the very end, I have the dice in my hand, and I pick somebody out. It's not the person that's standing beside me or sitting beside me. It might be somebody that's 3 or 4 in deep. And I say, Linda, can you hold these dice for me? And she holds the dice, and I said, who likes to gamble? And, you know, it's like, yay, I like to gamble. So what we do is I say, we're going to play a game. And you could either pass or play. It's that simple. All you have to do is when you get the dice, you either play, and when you play, you roll the dice and you throw them out. If you pass them on. So they roll the dice if they choose to play. But before we do that, I tell them the rules. And the rules are, if you play, you're going to get an envelope, and you're either going to get an envelope that says win a grand prize. So I have to give you a $35 item of your choice. I know you're going to say, please don't, but I have to give you that. Then I'll say, if one says win a prize, you get to pick from my table prize. And it's very inexpensive: Season's Best, Twix Eclipse, scrapers, Perry knives, bags, things like that. And then the third one says book a show. And I said, oh, here we go, book a show. Well, that's the worst case scenario. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to make a recipe for you. I'm going to give you about $100 in free product. You're going to get half price. I know you don't want all that stuff for free. So you could take $1 Twix Eclipse, or you can get $100 in show prizes. So then we go through, and everybody passes or plays. And then at the very end, before they open up their envelope, I say to them, I'm going to sweeten the deal. If you'd like to hold a cooking show, regardless of what's in your envelope, let me know and I'll bring the food to your show. And so I have some people that say, oh yeah, I want to do that. And then when they go to open it, their envelope just says win a prize. So they get a prize, plus now you got another booking for it. And I even have people that don't choose to play, which is fine. So at my full service checkout, I say to them, I know you didn't want to play the game, but do you see yourself doing a show maybe in the next 6 months? 9 times out of 10, they say, oh yeah, can you call me next month? Oh, sure. You know, so they think that if you want to do the booking show, you have to do it immediately. But if you ask them those words at your full service checkout, do you see yourself doing a show in the next 6 months? A lot of times people will tell you yes, and then you have another booking.
Wow, awesome, that's it. And you got you 6 bookings, and it sounds like a fun way to do it.
It is.
All right, well, Sheila, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Give her